In the next example, we've got a total of $5,000 that was invested in two accounts for a year. So I know that there are two accounts. At the end of the year, account A was found to have earned 5% return, and account B was had earned 8% return. If at the end of the year the accounts have a total value of $5,328, find the amount invested in each. Okay, so there were two accounts. One of them was account A, and the other one was account B. So let's just label them A and B. So account A is going to be A, and B will stand for account B. Okay, so we've got our variables declared. Now let's start writing our two equations. I'm going to start with the fact that we invested a total of $5,000 in them originally, so I'm not sure how I split it up yet, but I do know that the sum of whatever I put into A and whatever I put into B is going to be 5,000, so A plus B is 5,000. My next equation is going to use some of the interest information here. 5% interest return on account A, 8% interest return on account B, and a total value of 5,328. Okay, so my interest and how this works, I'm going to have, this is simple interest, so I'm going to have 0.05A for the first account, plus 0.08B for the second account. Now keep in mind that this is only going to be interest, so when I have this equal to something, it's not going to be the full 5,000 because that's the original amount plus the interest. That's only going to be the 328. Hopefully that makes sense. This right here is the total, so interest is that number minus the original, which I knew was 5,000. So 5,328 minus 5,000. Interest, the value for my interest equation, is 328. Okay, so now I've got my two equations written. One of them is the total value equation, the other one's the interest equation. Alright. Now, let's solve this system by, I think I did the last one by substitution, so let's do elimination or addition method on this one. So I'm going to start with multiplying the top equation by something so that I can get one of these to eliminate. I'm going to choose the top equation since its coefficients are 1, and I can multiply by 0.05 or 0.08 to get these all to be 0.05s or all 0.08s. So I'm going to pick the smaller number. So I'm going to multiply by 0.05, but I better make it negative so I'll have one negative and one positive when I'm finished. This one right here is already positive. So I'm going to multiply A plus B equals 5,000. Oops. Let me erase that parenthesis right here. Because I'm going to multiply the entire thing, both sides of the equation, by that negative 0.05. Okay, let's use the distributive property and simplify. This is negative 0.05A minus 0.05B equals, and then we've got 5,000 times 0.05 for a negative 250. Alright, and then our other equation we're just going to copy down. 0.05A plus 0.08B equals 328. And we're going to add these up. Okay, and again, the goal of adding these equations up is to have something eliminate. Negative 0.05A plus 0.05A is 0. Negative 0.05B plus 0.08B is 0.03B. And negative 250 plus 328 is 328 minus 250, or 78. And let's take that 78 and divide the 0.03 off to solve for B. Okay, and I forgot the values. I have to look back over there. But B is equal to 2,600. Alright? And if that's my value for B, we can find the value for A, because remember that we knew that A plus B was 5,000. That's the easier equation. I could use either one, but that one has the smallest coefficients. So A plus 2,600 equals 5,000. So if I subtract 2,600 from both sides, I get that A A is equal to 2,400. Okay, so the amount in each account, so account A and account A was the 5% account, had $2,400, and account B, which was the 8% account, had $2,600 in it. Alright, let's go on to the next one. Alright, this is our last example for this section. This one says a lab technician needs to mix a 5% fungicide solution with a 10% fungicide solution to obtain 50 liters of a mixture containing an 8% fungicide. So he's going to dilute the 10% with some of the 5%. How many liters of each of the fungicide solutions does he need to use if he wants 50 liters of 8%? Okay, so we've got two types of solutions. So I'll just say X is the 5% solution. That's one of the ones he's mixing. And Y is the amount of liters he needs of the 10% fungicide solution. We know we just can't use equal parts because that would average the middle. It wouldn't come out to 8 even. It would come out to like 7.5. That's not going to be what he needs. So let's see what we need to do here. Well, I know that I want to have 50 liters exactly. I don't want any extra of the solution. I want 50 liters exactly. So whatever I mix of X plus whatever I mix of Y has to equal 50 liters. My first equation is that total amount, 50 liters. Very similar to the last problem, by the way. When I had a total of $5,000, I just add the two accounts up to get the 5,000. Very similar. And then my next equation is going to be based off of these percentages. So 5%, 10%, and 8%. Now, I don't know how much 5% I want, so it's 5%, 0.05 times X. Plus, I don't know how much 10% I want either. So it's 10%, 0.10 times Y equals, now I do know how much 8% I want. So it's 0.08 times 50. I do know the amount I need there. Okay, so I need to, in each of these, take the percent times the amount, plus the percent times the amount equals the percent times the amount. It wouldn't do for a multiplication to equal just that single percentage value. It wouldn't come out to be a good equation. Okay, so let's rewrite this one more time. 0.05x plus 0.1y equals, and let's figure out what 0.08 times 50 is. Equals 4. Okay, so used elimination last time. Let's go ahead and use substitution this time. So let me take this first equation here. X plus y equals 50. That's a good equation to use for substitution because x and y both have coefficient 1. So I can solve for either one of them. And let's just say I solve for x. So let's subtract y from both sides. X equals 50 minus y. Alright. Now in my other equation where I have an x, I'm going to plug that in. So 0.05 times 50 minus y plus 0.1y equals 4. So let's distribute. Now I've got 0.05 times 50 is 2.5 minus 0.05y plus 0.1y equals 4. So let's subtract the 2.5 from both sides. Okay, also, let's go ahead and add negative 0.05y plus 0.1y for positive 0.05y equals, okay, and 4 minus 2.5 is 1.5. And then we'll divide both sides by 0.05. So the value for y is 1.5 divided by 0.05, or 30. Alright, y is 30. Let's find out what x was again. So remember that x is 50 minus y, which was 30. going to give us a value for x of 20. All right, and let's state our final answer here. We need 20. Are we talking about liters or milliliters? We're talking about liters, so 50 liters of, now that's x, so that was the 5% solution. And we need 30 liters of 10% solution. That's it.